you'll find on the number 80, Andrea Adamo from Italy aboard his Honda. Number 82, Isaiah Clark from Fort Dodge, Iowa, on his Honda, ready to race. And finally, the last rider on the gate, number 93, Mason Gonzalez from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. The 2 cards up. The revs are going. They're hitting the chute. It's start time for the Schoolboy 2, 12 to 17 BC.
Carson Mumford with the number 22 machine. It looked like he was up towards the front. Couple of guys doing that hot line on the inside there. Welcome you joining us on Racer TV. It looks like Andrea Adamo with the number 80 machine grabs that hole shot, and he is hanging on right now. So we were just chatting about this kid. That's Andrea Adamo out of Italy, and he laid waste to just about everyone at the regional, and he is here to say hello to the American riders. That is so hard to do, to come here to America, come race this race where our guys know everything about the facility.
Well, we saw what happened when some of our riders go over and run the MXGP circuit.
Correct.
And they're like a fish out of water, but you get Andre Adamo comes over here and he said, no, I'm taking that whole
there
shot.
You go.
And we'll see where we go.
We'll check in with Jalek Swole, Carson Mumford, Pierce Brown. Those are your players right there. Those guys are going to be in the mix. But it's right now, it is a Yamaha rider out front leading this bad boy.
They're sweeping right now through the Rocky Mountain MC Sand Beach.
That is
as they get
rider
ready to
number
come
93.
back on Rocky Mountain.
That's Mason Gonzalez. The slick fielding middle infielder, bats left, throws right. Gonzalez trying to run and hide, and all the favorites are kind of marred up in traffic right now. Oh, the Gonzalez goes down. He'll hand that lead right off to about 3 different kids, in fact. And here they come. The number 24 slices around Jalek Swole.
This
was that 74? Was that Dylan Schwartz is my guess is who that kid on the Kawasaki is. That's it.
So, yep.
Dylan Schwartz out of California gets around with authority, and that's Jesse Flock right behind him. He's another outside player we expected to see there.
Right now with 1 lap in the books, we see Dylan Schwartz come across the line in first place. Jalek Swole on the 30 Husqvarna in the second place. Jesse Flock on his Kawasaki in the 3rd position. Andrea Adamo all the way from Italy still in the 4th spot. Mason Gonzalez rounds out your top 5.
Check out some big-time players here. You got Pierce Brown back in the pack there. You've got Joe Shimoda back there. Brown back in 6th. He's just outside of that lead group of riders, so that'll be fun to watch Pierce do battle. But right now, it is Jalek Swole going for that inside move right before the 10 Commandments. Can he make it stick? The momentum is in Dylan Schwartz's favor. They're dead even in stereo.
He went wide, and he's carrying the momentum through.
Oh, it is side by side, so I think Swole might have been able to make it happen. That was close.
He did. Jalek Swole
Yeah.
really had to work. It took him about a half a lap to make that pass.
Yeah, but he had the spot. That was Schwartz that got him. Half a lap, yeah, to get it back. And do not count out Flock. Flock is flying right now. Here comes the Flock.
Flock is Flock Seagulls there. He's putting it all over Dylan Schwartz. He's going to make the pass.
Yes,
so
does.
Jesse Flock, watch this kid ride by. He's got style for days. A lot of fun to watch, and he is a redhead. That's 2 seconds a lap faster.
Automatically. Side by side, still almost off the racetrack. Flock versus Schwartz trying to take it back.
Swapping ends there coming through that sand sweeper.
They'll come back into view, and your leader, Jalek Swole, had the lead for about 11 seconds right in front of us last lap. Schwartz took it away. He took it back from him. They're not really going to decide this thing until this thing is well over. We got several laps of racing to go.
Flock working an inside line on Schwartz. Can't quite get there. That's 2nd and 3rd. Oh, mistake by Schwartz into the corner. Can Flock take advantage?
How did he recover? Like that mistake turned into he saved time.
Yeah, again. Side by side over the Thor Tunnel of Love.
Flock
Then
got him.
long straightaway, and this time Flock has it. No, he doesn't.
No, he does not. Wow. And Flock stands the bike up. He stalls the machine, and 2 seconds now. Schwartz again creates magic with a mistake.
Oh, and
he's
still
down.
down. That took Flock a while to get up, just in an awkward spot, backwards on the track. Gonna monster truck it over that big hay bale. Oh, Jesse Flock, that's going to cost him. Now, inheriting 3rd is going to be Pierce Brown. He is going to be one to watch.
Yeah, Pierce has won everything from Florida to Texas to Mammoth. He has done a ton of winning this year. We'll see if he can work his way through the field. Like you always say, the first round of motos, it's all gate pick based on luck of the draw. The next 2 motos after this, it's on how you finish. So you'll see guys get bad starts, work their way through the field. Pierce Brown is one of those. Where is number 22? Carson Mumford. He is not even inside the top 15 right now. He is absolutely one of the players. Should be one of the players.
Swole continuing to roll right now. Schwartz in that exchange with Flock lost a lot of time. So the lead is probably about 3 seconds right now for Swole on that Husqvarna. It was a heartbreak ridge for him last year. Had 2 championships in his grasp and had bike problems in the third moto both times. Not going to let that happen again. I talked to that Rockstar Husky team a couple of days ago up at Washougal. They got this thing locked and loaded, hoping for big things from Swole. And right now he's delivering out front of the number 30. Schwartz, a couple of mistakes there in that previous lap. Looks to have smoothed things out. Going to make a run at him. And then Pierce Brown, you see him lurking in third.
Yeah, Pierce Brown has all the potential in the world to roll up and catch these kids by the end of the moto. And you know what, though? Putting together a year's worth of racing, this is where it's so hard to do whatever it is you've done all year long and then match it here. This race is different. The track's different. It's rough. And Pierce Brown has absolutely caught him. If you look right in front of us, Jason, we can see
wow, that
Pierce
did
Brown.
not take long. Lap time going to be really interesting when we get it on the data. There it is, 2.5 seconds. Brown was faster than Schwartz. So that's why we got a battle for for second now, about to rage. So Swole just ran a 156, Schwartz a 157, Brown a 155.
What has Brown done for you, Jason?
We're going to find out.
Yeah, he's going to deliver a package to that podium. He's coming to see you.
He's overnighting. This is the express delivery
to the podium.
Moto medal.
He's trying to overnight his way right into second place.
That's right.
Into the 10 Commandments, Jalek Swole, number 30, took control of this race on lap 1. He now leads the charge, and Dylan Schwartz has company, folks. Pierce Brown is coming. He measured in at the combine, 6'4", 44-inch vertical leap.
Woo!
Incredible speed. He's a 5-tool guy.
Yep, got good soft hands. Great fielder. Can run, hit, throw.
Just got a great baseball acumen when it comes to motocross. Really translates here.
Really working on his craft. So now the battle for second is legit. Pierce Brown is there with Dylan Schwartz. This might actually help Swole try to get away as they hook up with each other. Here comes Pierce Brown.
He just launches it from the inside. TK says, bring me the righty. I'm going to close this one down. Taps the right arm, brings in the righty Pierce Brown, and there it is, the pass. Just like that. It was uneventful.
Yeah, surprising actually that was that simple, Dave.
He snuck right by him down there in that Rocky Mountain ATV MC sand sweeper on the backside of the track as they come out into the view of the spectators.
Okay, so now the question is, can Brown, not even halfway through this moto, can he run down the leader Swole?
Yes. Yes, he can.
Okay, we know he can.
I'm going to say
He's called it out. Kevin's
called it out.
Well,
anyone can do anything. That's not really that risky to say that
I say
anyone
he will
could.
do that,
Right.
barring any unforeseen problems.
Carson Mumford back in 19th. Got some good scouting going on here in the tower, thanks to Griff Cotter. Yeah, Mumford just came by here, so he's struggling. Joe Shimoda has moved up to 6th. Well, there goes that.
We lost everything.
Everything was going great. We're going to turn on some Netflix up here. What's going on?
Here? We kind of need to watch the TV screen, though.
All right, we got it going on up here for sure. Jalek Swole continues to lead Pierce Brown. Yeah, so a little bit of a struggle
for Griff Cotter trying to handle
Cotter
this.
is struggling right now. Okay, now we got what we want. All right, so good scouting in the tower, but don't mess with our TV set.
Stay in your lane, Griff.
Joe Shimoda and Mason Gonzalez, they are 5th and 6th. We're going to keep an eye on them as well.
As we continue to watch Pierce Brown, look at every jump, every opportunity for him to send that KTM further than anyone else on the racetrack. He's doing
Brown.
it.
What can Brown do for you?
He's delivering.
Says he's sending it.
He is sending it. He's sending it. First class delivery. What is going on
I wish we
here?
could get another camera up here to watch these two guys working these monitors. This is beautiful.
All
okay,
right.
we're going old school. We're just looking out the window, and I don't need a monitor to know that Pierce Brown is ready to put the attack on Jalek Swole. They're into the sand section, and now the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Mountain. Got big Ray Butts laying down on the track there. We just rolled out some dirt on top of the beard.
Takes a big breath there. You see the whole hill of dirt kind of rise up. Jalek Swole, you've got company, my friend. The number 63 of Utah's Pierce Brown is coming. He fought from about 7th or 8th place and has now caught up to your leader. Big things planned for Pierce Brown and Troy Lee's team coming up in a few short years. He's ready, man. The kid's got the body, the frame, the whole deal.
Pierce the Body Brown.
Pierce the Body Brown.
All right, so here it is. Lead is about half of what it was. You can see on this Red Bull drone shot on RacerTV.com just how much closer Pierce Brown is. Oh, this is going to get good.
Watch him as they roll past the billboards. Just the little things. Pierce Brown just sends it on some of the singles, just these massive double braking bump rhythm sections that they've come up with. It's just visibly he's quick. But Schwartz and Swole rises to the challenge, Jason. He's actually picked his pace up.
And you still have Schwartz in third. Then Mason Gonzalez and Joe Shimoda are now fourth and fifth. Jesse Flock, after an early crash, sixth. Andrea Adamo back to seventh. Carter Bees is eighth. Into the Ten Commandments are the leaders.
They
Let's
both
see if he can
follow
triple.
each other. Yeah, they both do
Triple.
the same thing.
Triple for Brown.
And
Ooh,
Brown.
almost went down.
Woohoo! That got rough.
He actually added a triple. He threw 3 more jumps down out of his pocket, slapped him on the ground, and tripled again.
Carson Mumford up to 13th after a bad start. He's just got to try to salvage. Maybe he can get to 7th or 8th. Might be the best he's able to do. And then hope for the best as far as Moto scores. Schwartz Swole weathering the storm. Pierce Brown's coming, but a couple of mistakes from Brown have allowed Swole to maintain that lead.
So Pierce Brown picking his way through that big rough sand section. The crowd loves that spot. Everybody cruises up on their golf carts so they can watch those guys bounce through that section. Now, both those kids still choosing the same lines. Pierce Brown not quite close enough to put together a pass right in front of us here in the Thor sweeper. Here comes Swole. Different lines now. Brown around the outside, bringing the heat. Going to have a lot of momentum coming into this finish line turn. That's where he got Schwartz earlier. Look at him, lays it in there, Jason.
Whoa! Lines almost came together there, so it is wheel to wheel for the lead. The 30 of Swole and the 63 of Brown.
I wouldn't have brought that out just yet. He's got something cooking in the finish line.
How do you make passes over that tunnel jump? He's going to get it done. Splitting the lap rider, and Swole have any room on the inside? He does not.
There it is.
Pierce Brown has the lead. Go ahead, Dave.
David Smith, say
It already
something.
happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Just say it anyway.
There's so many fun things happening right there, but Schwartz Swole, if he didn't know that he was behind him, he knows now, because he was showing him wheels for quite a while heading up to the pass right behind the billboard.
So Schwartz still back in third. He can only watch as these guys just slug it out.
And Brown just able to clear some of those lap riders. Here we go into the 10 Commandments. Inside line for Swole. Let's see if that pays off. And he closed back up. Nope. Brown able to clear that lap traffic. That didn't slow him that much. And this is his chance now to lay down some heater laps and try to get away. There are your leaders. Both in this shot together. Dylan Schwartz, Mason Gonzalez, Joe Shimoda still rounding out the top 5 of Schoolboy 2.
Brown fought his way through the pack for this one. He's not going to give it up very easy. I know Jalik wants it back, but Brown is not going to make it easy for him.
If there's any knock on Pierce Brown, it's just his starts. That's it. Everything else works. He kind of struggles off the gate, but
it's not really that important.
Good starts? No, not at all. Jeff Emmick says it every week, so I think it is important.
Not when you can end up in first spot every time.
Yeah,
it's not important for him.
A lot of speed, a lot of passes.
So what a charge from Brown to get the lead from Swole. Dylan Schwartz, Jesse Flock. I want to see if he can make up any more spots. Flock was battling Schwartz for second and went down. He's back up to 6th. Oh, a lot of traffic now for Pierce Brown to deal with.
Yeah, that's the one thing that could get Pierce Brown. He's got to work his way through tiptoe, and it's easier for the second guy to come through because he's like a fullback blocking for his running back. Everybody kind of knows when the leader comes through and that second guy rolls through. Across the starting line we go with Pierce Brown as the laps continue to click by. And it's too early. This track is way too rough for as early as it is.
I cannot believe how rough it is. There's sections like the long short shoot for the 10 Commandments. That's practically a group section now.
Does Kane name that?
Long short shoot, yep. Okay, there's Swole trying to get around some traffic.
Under the peristyle, as Wes Kane calls it.
Yeah, the Red Bull peristyle. Looking over the shoulder is Brown, and he needs to because Swole has not gone away. He has hung right with him. Oh, Swole just able to get the double, entering that 10 Commandments section. He's keeping the heat on.
And these kids still turning sub-156 lap times deep into the Moto. The fastest lap put together by Pierce Brown, a 154.3. And he didn't even have a clear track till a lap ago. He was battling with lappers and Schwartz Swole, Jeff Cernick. It's tough to get around.
Jeff came off the tire machines.
He just came off, jumped
Just
in the middle of
walking
the track.
around
He was
the
just
track.
standing in the track. Get out of the way, Jeff. What are you doing, dude?
With Pierce Brown and Jalek Swole out in your first two spots, we have Dylan Schwartz in third, Mason Gonzalez holding down the fourth, Joe Shimoda in fifth, Jesse Flock in sixth, Carter Bees seventh, Tommy Rios in eighth, Hardy Munoz in ninth. Rounding out your top 10, we've seen him climb the whole race, but Carson Mumford.
Great ride for Mason Gonzalez. Remember, he was our early race leader. He goes down, and he's already climbed back up to fourth.
That's right. We saw him take a slight detour off the track there on the first lap.
Pierce Brown finally able to kind of clear Jalek Swole. We can clear Jason Wygant out of here. He's heading down to the podium
That's it.
to have a word with what looks to be the number 63, the Utah native Pierce Brown on that TLD Red Bull Jams Orange Brigade KTM ride. Pierce had to earn this one.
Just a little off the track note, FCA ticket sales for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. This is the Team Babbitt's Kawasaki bike that is up for raffle this week. There's also prizes not only for the bike, but for whoever buys the most tickets. Right now, Roy Bolin is in the lead with 12 tickets. Tanya Roberts is in second place with 10 tickets. Pro Circuit Team is also tied for second place with 10 tickets. Kenny Bradford has 7 tickets, and he holds down the fourth spot once it shakes out between the tied for 2.
16 minutes into the moto, about 3.5 left. As Pierce Brown continues to tiptoe through the tulips, if you will. He's working his way through the field. Made that pass about 3 laps ago and has not looked back. We'll go back to the camp there, check out the GoPro, look at the footage, do some diagramming, some scheming. Coach will break down all his routes that he ran in that one.
They don't even have to go to the GoPro anymore. They have those pieces of equipment they put on their helmet. They can track
Lit Pro.
everything from the GPS. Lit Pro.
There you go.
They can find out where they were giving up time, making up time, everywhere on the track, which line works for them.
That was a great overhead shot of that berm. There was about 11 lines in that right-hander. And if you don't, like you said yesterday, if you don't ride and train on a rough track with a ton of ruts, when you come here, you are going to get worked.
Yeah, I'm not a rut rider whatsoever, so when I get into ruts,
You're done.
I panic.
You're out of gas.
Straight up panic.
Here's Pierce Brown one more time around in front of us at the announcer's tower. Pierce Brown all alone now. He is absolutely checked out. Here on lap number 9, he's got a 3-second lead. White flag is out. Jalek Swole. Joe Shimoda was in 11th a couple of laps ago. He has climbed up to the number 4 spot. So the cream slowly rising to the top. We need our buddy Carson Mumford to get in there. He's kind of stuck at 10th. He's not done the moving that Shimoda and even Mason Gonzalez have done.
He's done his moving. He was way back in the pack in 19th, I believe, early in the race. He stopped out at 10th now. But
10?
we had showed the camera pan by. We saw Matt Walker down there in his stance on the edge of the track. Like
This
he was
is
eyeing
motocross.
up those ruts.
I am motocross Matt Walker. One more time through the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not double jump. Thou shalt not make a pass. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. He's reading all of them.
Thou better triple if you want to get through there.
You can skip a couple of commandments. Pierce Brown one more time through. Lap riders abound. Rough racetrack greets him every step of the way. There's just no chance to rest. You can't, like most of the guys in Supercross, they say they take a deep breath and on the triples and everything, finally relax. Never do you get to relax on this racetrack.
You don't, because this isn't one of the big air tracks. This is a technical track. It's a rider's track, and it's a matter of picking good lines and carrying speed throughout the turns on this track.
There is direct intent on that, too. That's why they threw all the sand. That's why they plow the snot out of this racetrack. That's why they water it. They beat this thing up so you guys can beat it up.
Again, they're keeping the speeds down is what they agreed on, and that is keeping less people in Doc McGee's infirmary this week.
And here we go. Under the Kawasaki banner one more time, Pierce Brown is working his way towards a moto finish. What a great start for the number 63 Utah native. He's won a gaggle of championships leading up to this one. And folks, here comes your winner, the number 63 of Pierce Brown. He will knock down a moto win. Jalek Swole will cruise into the number 2 spot. Dylan Schwartz should round out your podium on the 74 Kawasaki. He contested that lead for a bit. Joe Shimoda comes from way outside the pack. Smoking Joe Shimoda In the number 4 spot, Mason Gonzalez rounds out your top 5. Jesse Block is 6. Carter Beast 7. Mumford climbs up to 8. Wow, Joe Shimoda picks off Dylan Schwartz on that last lap. What happened?
We did see some lead, or not lead changes,
I don't know,
but
man.
we saw some changes on that last lap with Shimoda moving into
With
third.
a 158, Schwartz turns to 201. Shimoda was 3 seconds quicker than Schwartz on that last lap.
Now, as of right now, only our top 5 riders have checked in for their 10th lap, with Mason Gonzalez in your 5th position.
And again, there's a look at your results. Pierce Brown, Jalek Swole, Joe Shimoda, Dylan Schwartz, Mason Gonzalez round out your top 5 as we get ready to send it down to Jason Wygant with our winner, Pierce Brown. Jason?
And Jason.
What? Stop bothering me. Jeez. Can't a guy just hang out sometimes? We're going to get Pierce Brown up here on the podium in just a second if Kevin leaves me alone. Putting a lot of pressure on. Pierce Brown cooling off under the tent. Got the motorcycle up here. We're going to bring him on up. Debriefing with the team. How in the heck did Joe Shimoda end up with 3rd in that moto? We had him, I think, 10th at one point and rallying late to rally for that 3rd place position. Angelique Swole led a lot of laps, ends up in 2nd. So good racing there in Schoolboy. We got to get the moto winner on up. Well, Pierce Brown, always friendly, always smiling, always having a good time, but I'm sure he's even happier when he gets moto wins here at the big one, the Rocky Mountain ATV MC AMA Amateur National, presented by Lucas Oil. He's got the victory in Schoolboy Moto number 1. Let's hear it for Pierce Brown. Hey, did you have the bad gate pick, or did you just get a bad start? Because it definitely made it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, my gate pick wasn't terrible. Every year I come here, I seem to get the shaft pulling like 30s and stuff like that. But I pulled 21 that moto, and I was feeling pretty confident. I was still outside of the box, but I knew I could make it happen, and just made it a little more interesting, I guess.
You had to be happy with the riding, though, because you were coming fast.
Yeah, I was stoked on the ride.
Who do you want to thank, Pierce?
I'd like to thank the whole Red Bull Trolley Designs GoPro team, everyone from Alpine Stars, Dave Janol from Scott, CTI Knee Braces, everyone over at MTF from Colleen, Brian, Hello Brian, and I don't know if I said CTI or not, but Dunlop and everyone else, thanks so much.
There it is, folks. Pierce Brown, a big moto win on the TLD KTM. Let's hear it for Pierce. And I'm going to bring the 2nd place rider up here, the Husqvarna man. Led a lot of that one. Good battle for the lead. Ends up in 2nd on the number 30. Let's bring him on up. And also Joe Shimoda will bring to the stage as well for 3rd place in that one. We have the number 30 of Jalek Swole. Looking for 2nd place. Looking for Jalek Swole. There he is. All right, he's getting geared up. Bring him on up. Well, we'll hand out a whole shot award. We heard a lot about this kid coming all the way over from Italy. He delivered solid performance right out of the gate. Let's hear it for Andrea Adamo. Hi. Okay. Any sponsors, companies?
Yeah. I'm Soil, Factory Suspension, and all sponsor.
Okay. Honda?
Yeah, Honda. Yeah.
Take a picture. There we go. The Italian.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad, in any language. All right, Andrea Adamo out of Italy, your Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. Good story there. There's our runner-up. Great ride for 2nd place. Let's hear it for Jalek Swole. Well, you didn't get the win I'm sure you wanted, but you rode well. How'd the moto go for you?
It's pretty good. Got off to a decent start around mid-pack, made quick work in the first 2 corners, and found myself in the lead about 2nd lap, I think. But yeah, I was trying to ride smooth. Just had a few slow lines, just trying to get used to the track or whatever. First moto is always pretty sloppy a little bit, but I should be good next moto. I'm looking forward to getting a good start and doing the same thing and trying to keep it in the front the whole time.
Who do you want to thank, Jalik?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my mechanic Brandon, the whole Rockstar team, Scuba, Bobby Hewitt, Murphy, my mechanic Brandon, trainer Tim Ferry, Evie Ferry, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, Alpine Star, Aero Helmets, WP Suspension, 7MX, Malcolm for coming out and supporting me, 100%. And I know I'm leaving some people out, but thank you.
Jalik Swole, second place. Let's hear it for him. All right. And last, certainly not least, thanks. You're good. Let's bring up Joe Shimoda, who finished up in third in that one. And I don't even know how he pulled that off. We had him way back early. Let's get the third place rider on up to the stage. Here he is. Well, it's an international affair working with those Factory Connection Honda folks. We had Andrea Adamo from Italy up here with our Whole Shot Award, and now we have the rider out of Japan. Good job for third place from back in the pack. Let's hear it for Joe Shimoda. Had to make a lot of passes in that one.
Yeah, my starts were bad, incredible. It's I just need to get a start. You know, this moto I got bad started and I had to really push on the first lap and just keep making passes through the end one by one, and it was tough. Yeah.
Who do you want to thank, Joe?
I like thanks to my mom and dad, Factory Connection, Amso, Honda, 60, 100% shift, Asterix, Alpine Star. Just thank you so much.
All right, let's hear it for Joe taking third place. All right. Okay, so he's salvaged it. He's in championship contention now with that Moto medal. That's going to do it for Schoolboy, and I'm going to send it back to the tower.